Welcome back to the Moses Seed Podcast. In this episode, we're continuing our mini-series on the Stones of Remembrance. If you haven't heard episode 4 yet, go back and listen to that before starting this one. Beth-El means the house of God. HebrewForChristians.com says, quote, "The word El comes from a root word meaning might, strength, power, and probably derives from the Ugaritic term for God." End quote. Genesis 28:10-19 says, Jacob left Beersheba and went out for Haran. When he reached a certain place, he stopped for the night because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones there, he put it under his head and lay down to sleep. He had a dream in which he saw a stairway resting on the earth, with its top reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. There above it stood the Lord, and he said, "I am the Lord, the God of your father Abraham, and the God of Isaac. I will give you and your descendants the land on which you are lying. Your descendants will be like the dust of the earth, and you will spread out to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. All peoples on earth will be blessed through you and your offspring. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you." When Jacob awoke from his sleep, he thought, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it." He was afraid and said, "How awesome is this place! This is none other than the house of God. This is the gate of heaven." Early the next morning, Jacob took the stone he had placed under his head and set it up as a pillar and poured oil on top of it. He called that city Beth-El, though the city used to be called Luz. So Jacob set up a stone of remembrance after God promised Jacob and his descendants the land that Jacob was sleeping on and promised to bless them. His vision was so powerful he renamed the land the house of God, or Beth-El, and raised a stone of remembrance so he could remember the ground he was standing on was holy ground, the gate of heaven, as he described it. Tune in for episode 6 as we wrap up this mini-series on the Stones of Remembrance.